Welcome back for more Rampage. Went and got some new monsters. So there's Rojo from last time. I went and got Shelby because I wanted to see like what specific abilities each monster had. Like, I went to the wiki to see if there was like a more in-depth talk about, what stats are and how monsters perform. Which, no. Rampage wiki kind of sucks. It's really under-maintained and not very well fleshed out and written and stuff. But it did say that, at least to my recollection, I read this yesterday, this is another day. Shelby is actually resistant to or immune to some military attacks. So, if we zoom in here, you see she's really slow, but has good crush and jump, surprisingly. So, I figured I would get her, give her a couple powers. What did she have again? Charge Punch and Jump Smash. Okay. Whoops, that's too far back. Yeah, also Bart. There's another one I went and unlocked. But yeah, I got Shelby in my back pocket just in case, we need some extra defense in case. What was the next place? Hong Kong? In case it starts kicking my can again. But I don't know. I was playing earlier. I went through Chicago again as Lizzie, and I didn't have too bad of a time. So I'm just gonna try to be more careful of what my monster eats and how quickly I dispatch enemies. And if things start going bad again, just whip out Shelby. If there we go, Hong Kong. And one of the things I read was that apparently, like, aquatic monsters are immune to water traps. So like when you smash a window open and it starts gushing water, there's some monsters that are immune to that. And I think there are actually some that get healed by it. So there are some unique traits to monsters. Like, apparently Lizzie has a better, basically identical stats to George, but she has better spin jump. Or, not spin jump, the spin attack. The spin I did before I started climbing on this building. This move. And, it also said, like, Lizzie gets fully healed if she eats an egg, but I don't think I've ever seen an egg power up in this game. What was the challenge again? Launch 2 rockets. Get off the wall. Get the guys. Helicopters. Good. What was some other interesting things? Like Bart back there, that was one of the other monsters I unlocked. Like, his second jump is, like, incredibly high. Because, he's a bat, so he can basically fly. And that basically shine sparks. Basically. And I think I've started to get, like I was saying before, I was like, oh yeah, I got strategy. And then I later said, like, oh, I forgot what the strategy was. Like, yeah, I think I figured out more or less the strategy to this game. So like I was saying before, you do definitely want to dispatch the military. Don't let people shoot at you. Surprise, surprise. I don't think the people in the buildings tend to be that much trouble. It's like helicopters and the people on the ground you should take care of. Grenadiers. So the roar is good for taking care of enemies on the ground. Instead of trying to kick them or eat them like I've been doing. And just completely, totally miss. Ugh, I hate those helicopters because they show up and shoot so quickly and there's like nothing you can do about their missiles. That's a strategy I have not figured out yet. So you want to be careful when you're punching a wall. So like, I figured out the monsters I've been playing as lately take 3 punches to fully reveal an object inside, and then your next punch will eat or attack whatever is there. Like, see, there's the cat, so I don't want to get the cat, obviously. I'll eat the crab. And now that that window is empty, you can use a charge punch, which took down the building, and that's great. But the strategy I was gonna say was that it helps you reveal other things, so you know what you're getting into, and don't keep, mashing B on a window and then like, oh, I just ate a thing that wasn't supposed to eat that. Stop being stupid about it like me. What's that noise? Is that the sound of me going over the boats? That was weird. Enjoy fishing at Lake Minnow. Or is it? Oh, it's Jaws! I mean, I don't know. If I caught a shark, that'd be pretty cool. No, when sharks are scary. When I was, I forget how young, probably pretty little kid. We went to, Florida, went like to Disney, Universal and stuff, and my parents took me on the Jaws ride. Which, I don't know. I can't say like, oh, don't take kids on the Jaws ride. That's insane. I don't know. I'm sure there are kids who've been on that ride and died. Obviously, that's not what I wanted to say. I'm just trying to be funny. Yeah, I'm sure there have been kids that have gone on that ride and had a fine time. But kid me was terrified. Because, even knowing, like, oh, it's just a ride, no one's actually in danger, it was still scary. Like, seeing the one sinking boat, because, they put you in a boat, and then they put, like, a replica boat that's, like, sinking, quote-unquote sinking. It's just a prop, it's not actually sinking, it's just eternally sinking. It was scary. Honestly, I think it gave me a fear of water, because, like, I don't like murky water like that. Like, would I go on that ride again as an adult, even knowing, like, oh, it's all fake, no one's in danger? No. No, I wouldn't. Even if I didn't know that as a kid, I definitely know that now. I still don't want to go on it. Oh, there I go, punching windows without looking what's in there. Being careful, because I'm talking about how scary the Jaws ride was as a kid. And frankly, I'm glad that ride's gone. I don't want to ever go on that ride again. No, don't eat the pepper. What was I saying before I got distracted by Jaws? I think it was on a better train of thought. And I suppose jumping or kicking like that, that's a good way to get off the wall. A good way to reveal what things are without risking eating them. And of course, you can climb up the side like classic Rampage. I gotta stop. I gotta be more careful, be more deliberate with my punches, and take out the helicopters. They're killing you. Excuse me. These first two blocks are tough because there's no buses going by. Because there's no road. There's no buses going by to heal with. Get big again, Lizzie. Okay, now let's not break that. Ooh, bananas. I wonder if George gets fully healed by bananas, or if he gets a health bonus from them or something. Because, he's a gorilla. Gorillas they're known for liking bananas. You get out of here. And this is the sound of them dropping bombs. I think I said this last time, but I'll say it again. It's getting annoying. Just like those rocket helicopters. It's just like Prototype 1. There's nothing you can do about them. There's no counter, as far as I know. Don't eat the lemon. Burn the house down with the lemons. That's what we'll do. Yeah, you gotta be careful with the charge punch, because if you charge punch a trap, you will get instantly hurt. Which I'm sure happened in previous episodes, and I just didn't, like... that's just me like, oh, stop punching things you're not supposed to punch. Ooh, bananas. Or you could punch the points. Never mind, I didn't collect the points. Get out of here. Oh, I'm trying to up punch the helicopter. There we go. Can I eat what's on the... No? Fine. It's a shipment of scum soda anyway, so let's get it out of here. I'm totally gonna game over here, aren't I? I didn't game over at all when I went through Chicago again. So... I'm a little sad I'm having a bad time here in Hong Kong. First 2 blocks in. Grenadiers. Or just punks on the street throwing explosives, I don't know. We just destroyed a fireworks station. They probably have fireworks. Fireworks station. Fireworks factory. Fireworks station. I'm so stupid. Sorry. Stop mocking myself so much. I just think that was ridiculous. It just said station. Like, Why was my brain on station? And instant rampages are really great because once you get one, obviously you can use it to focus on destroying the buildings, which is, you know, bad if you're aiming to get, you know, if you're trying to complete a challenge. But I don't care about the points or the completion, so when I get a rampage, I'll just use it to destroy a building quickly. Because it does give you a speed boost, and it also gives you all the upgrades. Unfortunately, it does not make you invincible, which I keep thinking. But I just have to be more careful, that's all. See, 1. Was that on fire? No, 2, 3. No, that's... Ah, I thought it was a crab. But that wasn't me mashing B. That was me like, oh, red thing, eat it. Oh, it's not a crab. Oh, that... yeah. I didn't think that was a crab, but I saw things like, oh, eat it. Forgetting you can't eat peppers. I don't know if there's a way to get more lives. I haven't encountered that yet. But since this game is pretty much entirely about score, you know, if you game over, you just get to start the block over again. Like, gaming over doesn't really matter. And the timer doesn't really matter either, because as we saw, when the time runs out, you just don't get to destroy the block yourself. It gets auto-destroyed. And I discovered that if you don't beat a boss, you know, if you decide to destroy the block instead, you still win. So it's really, surprisingly, when you're a giant monster, it's hard to lose. Super combo, yeah! I'm so good at this game now! Destroy all these balconies! Instant rampage, yeah! Ow. You stop that. It was a little risky charge punching a thing. Oh, tanks. There's another thing. Hang on, I want that fish. That wasn't the fish. Here's the fish. Okay. So tanks are slow to turn around. So what you want to do to destroy them is get behind them. Also, if you get in front of them, they tend to just back away from you anyway. And they tend to run off screen. So... And they don't despawn either. So really the best thing is to just jump behind them and smash them. Smash his face with an iron. Get out of here, army. I'm not sure what guy I grabbed. I thought it was gonna... I was trying to grab the guy who's running away, and then there was a guy on a bike. I was like, oh, did I get the guy on the bike? But I think he was still going by. Nope. So I have no idea. I don't know what I grabbed. Yeah, so yesterday I finished watching a show, which I did briefly. This was the show that I mentioned before that had the miming clown. I was talking about how, like, well, you know, I realized, like, I don't like mimes, but I do like when clowns mime. It was Casey Undercover. There was an arc where they were in a circus, and that's where the clown came in. And I thought that was a pretty good show. You know, like I think I said in this series, like, Disney sitcoms then have that you know, the third season everything changes. I mean, not necessarily always heavily, not as much as like Kirby Buckets. Oh, dang it, I just... Game over. Retry. Oh well. But as far as I could tell, Casey Undercover really didn't have that problem in the third season where everything changes and it's just, you know, they change the main set or they switch out characters or something or introduce new characters that, you know, really didn't need to be added. No, Casey Undercover stayed pretty consistent. And that, I like that. It was also really nice going from A Pair of Kings, which I think had a terrible opening theme. It was just very, like, you know, like corporate studio, like, oh, just sing some words and we'll post-process it, we'll throw a bunch of auto-tune on it and stuff. Just sing whatever. It's just so... I don't even know the word. It's just, like, just processed, like processed cheese. Not that I have anything against processed cheese, but, you know, real cheese is clearly better. Oh, snap. Croc. Cool. I don't know if Croc has any special abilities, but it's just cool to unlock another monster. Now, don't game over here. Also, don't need the cat. Don't need the cat. Stop getting bombed on the head. Man, I'm still tired of getting hit stun all the time. I didn't have this problem when I was going through Chicago the second time. Okay, you get out of here. Yeah, Casey Undercover had a much better opening theme. Like, much more genuinely composed. Like someone who actually cares about music and not just like, yeah, we gotta make an opening thing. We'll just auto-tune everything. Yeah, Hong Kong is gonna be hard because there's no buses. Like, you can't really rely on buses for healing, but they are good healing when they do roll by. And Lizzie's fast enough to be able to catch them pretty easily. Get out of here, tank. In case you have Undercover also had pretty good, like, I thought the characters were pretty good. Oh, I died. Pretty well written. And I like that, so it was a show about, you know, teenage spy. I like that right off the bat, it's like, oh, teenage spy, so she's gonna have to keep it a secret from her parents, right? Nope, they're spies too. And then it's like, oh, well, she's got a brother, so they're now the parents and Casey have to keep being spies a secret from the brother, right? Nope. Like, second episode, he becomes one too. So it's like, you know, pretty much all the cliches you would expect with, like, oh, a teenage spy show, you know, living double life. I mean, they still had that aspect. You know, she had to hide from, like, school and stuff, but really wasn't that much of an issue. At least, you know, in my mind. I'm sure I say that and someone's like, what do you mean? That was like 90% of the episodes were her hiding her double life. Like, I don't know. For my viewing pleasure, it was smooth. That, you know, they got rid of the immediate cliches. Like, not even the grandparents. Even the grandparents were spies. Didn't have to hide from, well, at least, I think it was the mom's side? The grandparents on the mom's side? Because, like, they still had to hide from the grandfather on the dad's side. But even that wasn't like that wasn't the thesis of the thesis, like that's I don't know if that's the right word. You know, that wasn't the summary of the plot that grandfather was in. You know, you picking up what I'm putting down, because I don't know that I'm putting it down to begin with. Oh, I just ate Arnold. Oh no. Okay, is that the whole block destroyed? Good. Like, yeah, when that grandfather came into the picture, the episode was like, oh, we gotta hide them with spies. No, it was just like, it was about him being disappointed in his son, which, I mean, still kind of circled around, you know, revolved around the fact that he's a spy and he can't tell his dad he's a spy, and that's why his dad is disappointed because his dad wanted him to be a doctor, but his cover is that he's an accountant. So it's like, man, you went to be an accountant instead of a doctor. But, you know, it wasn't. They didn't spend like the whole episode trying to hide it. You know, they had bigger fish to fry, I suppose. So I think it was pretty decently written show. You know, they didn't have to hide it from the best friend either. She finds out pretty soon. And actually, I was thinking, it seemed like the third season was going to make the best friend character a spy too. It's like, oh, that would have been cool. Nah, they didn't stick with that plotline, which is fine. I think they did still give good purpose to the best friend character, even without making her a spy too. But like, if that was going to be the... Seriously? Did that respawn or something? Or did I just get unlucky and have it in basically the same spot twice? Or like one window lower? It's ridiculous. Oh, there was an instant rampage and a crab. I wanted the crab. Excuse me. Yeah, if that was gonna be the big third, you know, season 3 change, I would have been okay with that. I think it would have fit in pretty nicely. Ow. But oh well. I'm totally gonna die again. Here I am doing my best to get, you know, get everyone off my back. I guess I'm not eating enough stuff. That's probably my problem here. The tank's back. Okay, deal with the tank first, because he can knock you around. That's annoying. Now get rid of the people shooting. Hope I didn't just eat one of the saints. You know, the holy people with the halos, the anti-death. No, I want that crab! Guess I'll eat some tourists. Yeah, apparently the Wii version of this game, I don't know that I knew there was a Wii version, but it added some new monsters. So that's neat. So this game goes from having 30 monsters. I was trying to scroll along the wall, you know, go from here like this, and then to the other wall. It's not letting me do that. Yeah, went from 30 monsters to 40 monsters. And some of the ones that they added were returning monsters, like, I think it was Vern. But then they also added some unique monsters that have only ever appeared in Rampage, in Total Destruction. Like, Squirmy, I think its name was. Which is apparently canonically just doesn't have a specified gender. Which I think is weird, because you can see when you die, it's like, oh, you can tell by the animation of the character, you know, how they're covering themselves, like what gender they are. So, like, what, when Squirmy dies, does it not turn back into a human? And I guess I wouldn't know, because I don't have the Wii version of this, so I guess that'll have to be a mystery that I was gonna say that the wiki didn't solve. It doesn't have to, I don't have to specify the wiki doesn't solve it. What's wrong with me? Why did I feel the need to say that? Whatever. The Rampage movie poster again. Eat 8 cherries. Yep, I think it was weird that the Rampage wiki, when it's looking at, like, okay, what's Lizzie's special abilities? Surely, if any character is going to have their details spilled on the wiki, it's going to be one of the main 3. So it's looking at what Lizzie's unique abilities are. There was more talking about Lizzie's abilities in the movie than basically any of the games. It's like, what? It's like, more power to you if you care that much about the Rampage movie, but, like, it's a movie. You don't need to list the character's abilities in the movie, because they don't matter to you. You're gonna watch, and it's like, oh, Lizzie just bit through a whole entire tank with their jaws. Wow. Like, knowing that going in doesn't change anything. Well, I'm definitely starting to grow fond of the up punch as a means to get rid of helicopters. I used to always use the spin, but sometimes this is just better. It hits, it's easier to land sometimes. Okay, no tanks around. Yeah, I'll just go back to smashing this then. Everything seems clear for now. Oh, maybe I shouldn't try to punch. Nope, never mind. We're good. Grab this. Okay, bicyclist. Just trying to grab that tourist. Tourist. My mouth is being weird again. Yep, here comes the military. Excuse me. Would you stop shooting me? Would you knock off? I just want to be, you know? I just want to be a giant lizard. Eat the crab. One crab. There. Oh, there's a bus! Ooh, that is a different vehicle than any vehicle we've seen bring in troops. Let's bring in some dangerous troops. Grab the bus! Or explode it, that's cool too. Oh, there it is, there's a bus! Yeah, there we go. Bus healing. And I think it was funny that the wiki, like, it had a spot for, like, backstories of the monsters. But, like, for pretty much every monster I looked at, the backstory was, they drank scum soda and turned into a monster. But it wasn't always written like that. Sometimes it was short like that. It was like, they drank scum soda and then had a bad reaction to it and then turned into a monster. And then some of them are kind of like fluffed out, where it's like, you know, explaining in detail, just like, oh, they were a taste tester for scum soda when they drank the soda and had a terrible reaction to it, causing them to turn into a giant monster. No, we eat the bat again. I'm really starting to get annoyed with the roar attack. Like, when I was playing earlier, I noticed it just does not... I mean, I might have said this in Let's Play as well. It just is not consistent with its hitbox. And that's really obnoxious. Because you would think, like, oh, helicopters come in, time to roar at them. But sometimes it'll get them, and sometimes it won't at all. It's like, what is the contributing factor to that? What is determining? Oh, is that a bomb? Well, it's fire. It was a bad. Is that? I think the cherry I saw got destroyed. So, oops. No, not the fire again. Oh, that again. What are you shooting at? Stop shooting. Destroy this pagoda too. I think that's what those are called. I hope that's not the wrong word and it's just like, no, that's what the Chinese versions of those are called. The Korean ones or the Hong Kong ones are. I actually don't know what ethnicity lives in Hong Kong, so you'll have to forgive me for that too. For me being like, it's a Hong Kong version. I don't know. Is Hong Kong part of China? I don't know. I'm bad at geography. That was something I never really learned. Oh, there's the tank again. Which reminds me of a transformer. Cybertron Defense Hotshot, I think. It's reminding me of the Cybertron Defense versions of some of the Cybertron Transformers. I think my mind first jumped to Red Alert. I think that was his name. But it's like, no, Red Alert has a big missile on its back. And it's not Scattershot, because Scattershot has even bigger missiles on it. Bigger missile launchers on his back. Well, okay, I guess bigger is relative. Man, I ate that cherry and then just immediately lost more health than I gained because of these helicopters. Get some revenge on the helicopters. What was I saying? Dang it, I forgot again. Get the bus. Catching the bus. Shoot, I can't remember what I was saying. What? Okay, crumble while I'm charging my charge punch, that's cool. Ow, stop it. Oh yeah, it's Transformers. I remember. Something. Game over! Ah. Okay, I'll switch to Shelby. I'll Shelby back. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, so the size of the missile launchers is relative because Red Alert had just like one big missile. Ooh, instant rampage. Excuse me. Yeah, there we go. You know, he had one big missile. So, relatively speaking, his launcher was smaller. Oh, apparently Shelby is not immune to those, even though turtles are aquatic. That's fine. It's like, I think it's Gilman and Marco that are immune to those. We're gonna have to catch the bus. But then Scattershot has multiple missiles, so the launcher itself is bigger. But the missiles themselves are smaller, so it's not launching bigger missiles. It's just a bigger missile launcher. But then I think Hotshot doesn't have a missile launcher on its back at all. It's just an armored vehicle, which I think is what that was. I was gonna try to catch the bus and then decided no. Decided against it. Punch the watermelon. Okay. I already feel better about being Shelby right now. I think it's too early to say that though. Not, knock on wood. But I'm pretty sure Shelby, or maybe the health bar is bigger. I was looking at the wrong end. I'm looking at this end, where it's like, yeah, it lines up with the Rampage bar. But now I've noticed like, oh, there's that end, which looks bigger. Was it always like that? I don't know that it was. Okay. You get out of here. I would like to get the war attack with Shelby. I feel like that would definitely help. Didn't you hear me? He said fall back. Get out of here. You too, tank and helicopter. You would think after a punch, like 3 helicopters, they'd be like, okay, helicopters are not working. Well, if you insist. You heard him. He did insist. Yeah, I think I'll just cut this out since I basically almost destroyed this before and died right as the last building was collapsing. Okay, I'm not sure if I was destroying this. Not sure if I had destroyed this building yet, actually, in that last attempt. So I guess I'll start talking here again. Would you get out of here, helicopter? But I can't reach them! Aw, I'm too stubby! And one of the things that annoys... another thing that annoys me about how this game works is if you do one of these punch moves, well, if it doesn't get interrupted, you knock people out of the windows. Except for the people shooting at you. It's like, come on. If you're gonna have it knock people out of the windows, why not the people actually want to fall out of the windows? Oh man, a bus just came by. Darn it. Yeah, I was looking at... Well, no. I was gonna say I was looking at reviews. No, I wasn't. I was looking at the reception page. Or the reception part of the wiki entry for this game. And it said that this game received mixed to negative reviews. Some reviewers just having a problem with the button mashy nature of the game and lack of things to do. Which, I think the lack of things to do is a pretty valid complaint. Because there really isn't anything to do except play basically the exact same game mode. But others are like multiplayer versus where it's like, oh, be the person to destroy the most blocks. Be the person to destroy the most blocks in the most cities. And then time attack. Oh, speaking of time. Jeez, is that like my 3rd instant rampage in a row? I want the watermelon! Yeah, I wish there was more to do as well. But I disagree with the button mashy part because, like I said earlier, I think there is a strategy to this. To like what moves you use. You really don't want to just stand there and mash B over every window, because like I've been doing, that'll keep getting you hurt by things hiding behind the windows that you don't want to eat or touch. Get out of the way, my crab gun, man. Is that the sound of the radioactive drop there? I think that is. Oh, dude. And I can agree, this definitely is not the best game out there. But when I was playing earlier. Oh, another monster! Oh, chill. Oh, well now I need to get through this without dying. But when I was playing this earlier, it's like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with this. I'm having a good time. Like, sure, it's kind of rough around the edges, but it's the best, giant monster destroying a city game I think is out there. Although I still have not Googled to see if I'm wrong about this being like the last one anyone ever has made, and that no one has tried to recapture it. Oh, okay, the game kind of glitched, and now it thinks I'm on the side of the building, even though I'm not. That's okay, that's fine. Like I said, rough around the edges, sorry. I'm starting to see that Shelby really isn't helping me here. Especially because I keep doing that, dang it. Get the crab. But apparently there was a canceled Rampage game to come after this. That was as far forward as gonna be on PS5. And the wiki didn't say what happened, but it was canceled. Which is sad. I would really like to see what Midway would do for a modern Rampage. Yeah, as much as I think this game is rough around the edges, at the end of the day, I still like it. Even if only just for nostalgia's sake. For the sake of destroying, mindlessly destroying cities as giant monster. Which, no, I disagree that it's button mashy, but it is still kind of mindless. Just try not to be too mindless or you keep dying. Trying to eat the tourists, but fine. There we go again, tourist. That's not how I usually say it. My mouth is just being weird. I usually say tourist. But what's that? I guess I'm not gonna know. Oh, it was bananas. Okay, I'm okay with losing bananas. Ow, chair. Nope, get the crab. Oh man, my mouth is getting dry again. Okay, don't eat that. Eat the fish instead. Even though System of a Down said don't eat the fish. In this case, they're not correct. Okay, I'll take that. Building deciding that's just gonna fall. Though, I would think that the game is set up to where you destroy... Stop doing that. You destroy lower floors. And then you start, like... if you start low, it'll start to crumble low. So you could, like, set up for a combo by going up and smashing... starting at the bottom and going up and smashing things. And then trying to get it to start collapsing on itself. Like, you get on top of it and start doing a jump smash. Okay, get up. But I don't think it works like that. Like, I can try with this building. After I eat the crab. I was gonna say, and whatever's behind this window. Well, you can't eat water. You can drink it. That's not eating, that's drinking. Which isn't that weird that we have a word for consuming liquids and a word for consuming solids? Which I guess has more to do with how the body works. Yeah, that didn't really work. It didn't crumble like I wanted it to. Because, you need water more than you need food. Or maybe have that backwards. No, I'm pretty sure it's you need water more. Because of the way the human body works, it needs water. So you have to be sure you're eating and drinking. Look at the crab. I thought the building was gonna collapse before I could get the crab. Was this the block? I already forgot. Is this the block where I got Jill? I would like to keep Jill, please. Okay, get off the building. Need to go into here. And those guys. Okay. Going forward. And by going forward, I don't mean walking forward. I mean continuing forward with how this level works. With how the game works. Oh, man, I feel like the commentary in this episode is just awful. But whatever, I'm keeping it. There's a bus. Grab the... Oh, okay. Getting less mad about not grabbing buses now. Not really sure why. I think I'm starting to accept that it really is more my fault than the game's fault of me not grabbing something. Because when I was playing off screen, on my own time, grabbing things was going pretty well. I didn't have a 100% hit rate, 100% accuracy with what I wanted to grab, but it was working. Oh, this glitch again. Gotta eat this guy first, because he's right there. Thank you, crab. Another problem I was having was I wanted to look up what the stats in Gauntlet, and Dark Legacy mean. Because I was wondering if magic would be worth investing in. Because it's like, what does magic even do? Oh, I am not going to get this block destroyed in time. I thought it was shaken down. It wasn't. Yeah, like what does magic do in a game where you don't really get spells? I mean, you get the magic potions, and as far as I know, they're supposed to be screen nukes anyway, so what would upping your magic stat do? I guess make those deal more damage against things that don't instantly die to them. Or maybe just more damage in general. Because maybe they don't instantly kill all monsters. I mean, I know not literally every monster. I know that there are, you know, like the generals and like chimeras and golems that aren't instantly destroyed by the potions. So maybe the magic stat just makes them deal more damage against those. I would hope upping the magic stat would boost how much, you know, boost the range on them. Because, like, you can throw them. And then when that happens, they're not, the range is reduced. Oh, there's the plane that destroys the whole block. Excuse me. Well, the full breakage still hasn't happened yet. It still hasn't. Nope, there it goes. It's like, did it fail to drop the bomb? Did I defend against it or something? Like, I'm not really sure what's happening right now. I thought they were supposed to nuke the block, but they're. It's the last building is still standing, and it's gone. So, the timer really is meaningless, I guess. Wow. Also, I just remembered while I was playing on my own, this happened, and I'm not really sure how it did that, but it happened, and I thought it was pretty funny. All right, moving on to Financial Center. 8 to 12 business people. Yeah, let me start at the very end over here. Man, these are tall buildings. No wonder they saved Hong Kong for one of the last places. It's full of so many tall buildings. Is it coming down? No. Rampage! Kind of already running out of topics. It's like, man, I wanted to record the last episodes today. Well, actually, I wanted to do them yesterday. But I was so tired after doing Chicago. It's like, no, I don't want to do more. Actually, I think I said that in the last episode, so I think redundant. But yeah, I want to get them done today, even though we're already up to 46 minutes right now, so probably going to be another hour per episode again. And I'm running out of things to talk about, but I want to get it done. You know, I don't want to say I'm sick of doing this game. I'm still enjoying playing this game. It's like, I want to move on to the next game already. I know Tim said not to do that with Let's Plays. You know, not to rush a series because you just want to get to the next game. You know, be happy you're playing the game that you're doing, the LP you're doing. But in this case, I really was just doing this. It's like, yeah, you know, the other thing I wanted to do didn't want to work. So I'm going to do this in the meantime. Cat! Cat! Ow. Stop running away, tank. I miss having the roar attack. I don't know if it's worth going back to Lizzie, honestly. Ha! You missed! There. Tank's out of the picture for now. Okay, there's this, and then there's New York left. And yeah, I guess that's all I have to say about that, I guess. Brain is empty. So earlier, I was, you know, I'll just say this because it's on my mind. Whatever. If you don't care, that's fine. You don't have to care. Earlier, I was drawing a character I came up with who, originally I had designed for this, like, contest someone was running on Discord to, like, make a fictional child between two fictional characters. You know, a fan child. And I came up with the idea to, like, oh, I'll combine one of my original characters with Orendi from Battleborn, because that seems like a fun combination. Because the original character I wanted to use as a Rockstar, and then you mix that with Orendi, who's just this little chaos gremlin who likes destroying things. And it's like, ooh, that works perfectly. Because Orendi is a Veramorph, and Veramorphs can look like whatever they want. Oh, stop glitching. I have never experienced that glitch so much in my life. I didn't even know that glitch existed until doing this game. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. Brother asked me if I wanted anything for Wawa, so I'm getting a caramel cappuccino, salted caramel cappuccino. I wanted boba, and then I was looking at the boba stuff, and it's like, oh, it's all mango boba. I don't really want mango right now. Also, it didn't look like they had any teas, like boba teas. They were like boba lemonade and boba dragon fruit juice. Like, whatever. Just like a cappuccino. Because we're talking about like my brother recommended a. I think if he said cappuccino, another instant rampage. Wow. Don't kill me! I don't remember if I got... No! Did I get Natalie? I don't remember! Ah! Yeah, and then I was like, looking at other stuff. I was like, maybe I'll get a milkshake, maybe I'll get a cappuccino. You know, I wouldn't mind getting a caramel latte. It's like, yeah, cappuccino is basically a latte. And I was like, okay. Got a cappuccino. Because I've had, actually, I don't know if they were specifically smoothies, but it was like it came in the same packaging as this I think it was Farmhouse was the name of the brand that they did smoothies, and then on the same shelf in the same bottle was like salted caramel lattes, and those were really good. So I don't know if they were smoothies and if a cappuccino really is the same thing as latte, but you know, I'm taking my chance on it because the latte was good. And at the speed I'm talking, you would think I already drank it, but nope, it's not here yet. And I don't even know if my brother's gone out the door yet, but that's fine. Man, I had something on my mind earlier. I forgot. Was I on a train of thought before I got distracted by like by the glitch happening? Ow! Stop bonking my head. Oh well. That was like 3 minutes ago. How am I supposed to remember? So like, yeah, I was on a train of thought. Oh well, sorry. Maybe I'll finish the thought with an edit or something. I don't know. I have that power, which is what I like about doing Let's Plays versus streaming. Is when I need to correct myself or finish a thought or correct a thought. You know, like I said the wrong word. It's like, no, not that word, the other word. I could just do an edit. But also, like, what's been taking me so long doing edits, you know, finishing editing through an episode, it's like, yeah, I already mentioned before, like, oh, I mentioned something, now I need to spend like 10 minutes Googling a picture for it. Oh shoot, I'm totally gonna die. Eat the fish! Forget what System of Dad said and eat the fish! And the crab! And maybe a bus? Bus! 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 No! That's a Prius. I don't know if it's a Prius. Makes me think of a Prius. Oop. Alright, I missed. Okay. Grab the bus. Surviving off of buses. Yeah, this Like, also, I gotta watch through the whole episode. So it's like if I record for 40 minutes, it's like I gotta sit there and watch through for 40 minutes, making sure I don't cut out something I meant to keep. It's like, I like editing. I like putting my own personal flair into videos like that with editing. You know, like anytime I mention Ibuki Miyoda and I have a, you know, but I mentioned it like vaguely, and I just have her pop up in the corner. It's like, I find that funny. I like doing that. But you know, it takes time, and sometimes I'm just like, no, I don't want to edit. I don't feel like editing today. Oh good, the Scum Leaper. We're on the boss now. And I may have kept Natalie, so cool. I mean, I guess, you know, if I didn't keep her before, I think I copped her now. That's not how that word works. If I didn't keep her before, I kept her now. Look at up the building. Is that her when it comes down? No? You're right, I will have to do better than that. That does not do much damage. Oh, am I still rampaging? Oh, cool. That's some points. Man, the word points reminds me of that game show, quote-unquote game show that oh, overflow. Okay. That Comedy Central had on, called At Midnight, and they played it at midnight. I forget if they actually adjusted for daylight savings, so sometimes it might have been at like at 11, but you know, I'm sure they've made jokes about that. It makes me think of Chris Hardwick, and then I start thinking about how Chris Hardwick voices a character in Borderlands. It's like, that's pretty cool. I feel like Chris Hardwick would be very excited to voice a character in Borderlands. I would be. But then there's also the fact, like, well, I recognize his voice, so it's like, well, now I'm not hearing Vaughn. Now I'm hearing Chris Hardwick starring as Vaughn. You know, that kind of problem with recognizing a celebrity is like, when they're doing a role, you sometimes all you think about is like, oh, it's that celebrity. Like how aware I am that that Spyro is now voiced by Tom Kenny. It's like, yep, it's Spyro, but all I'm hearing is like, yeah, it's Tom Kenny. It's like I'm sure everyone loves Tom Kenny, but it's like, yeah, I don't really hear Spyro, I hear Tom Kenny. Not that he does a bad job of being Spyro, but again, it's that problem of recognition, where sometimes that's all you can think about is how that's someone you recognize. I should go down and eat some of these things that are being revealed as food. I think that was a pepper. That's death. It's another death. Oops. You know what I should do? I should destroy this big building and leave only the small building, so the boss is easier to catch. See, yeah, now I'm thinking with portals. There we go again, like, lost my train of thought. I think I was on something more interesting, and I'm just like, yeah, you know, Tom Kenny voices Spyro. Yeah, okay, that... Oh, it was crumbling, and I didn't notice, because I got no rumbling in my controller. Yeah, so I'll smash this building, and then leave that last building there. I'm assuming it's the last building. Please don't die when I'm so close. Well, at least it's close to destroying the block. I'm assuming that's the block. Yeah, almost. Conveniently, there are no cars going by, so I can't get healed by a bus. Oh. It's like, why are there military guys saying, there it is, shoot it? It's like, oh, because they're in this building. Ooh, good crab. Thank you. Excuse me. Bananas! Everybody knows turtles love bananas. Oh, it's not crumbling yet. There we go. I feel like that should not have been a super combo. There wasn't much There. Sorry, the way that was landing just looked really funny to me. It's like there was so much time between the combo and the building finally dying, finally crumbling, that I don't think it should have counted as a super combo. Man, he's a ventriloquist. He's able to... Well, that's not what a ventriloquist is. Being able to talk while also talking, you know, doing two voices at once, that's not ventriloquism, that's just magic. But he can do it, apparently. No, I destroyed the building. Okay. I feel incomplete having beaten this city without beating the boss. The boss defeated, no. But let's just move on. It's taking me an hour to do these blocks now, or cities. So that's gonna be it for this episode, man. I was gonna say I destroyed Power Score. Well, like 30,000 more, 31,000 more points isn't necessarily destroyed, but I mean it is, but not the score, the city. Anyway, bye.